Hello friends, I'm Murli from CIMAGE College. In my last few videos, I have given you idea about IPv6 address. Today again, I'm going to share some idea about IPv6. Actually, I would like to talk about few important points about IPv6. In my last videos, I have discussed about formats and the number of IP addresses who has developed it and different like abbreviation of IPv6 and different. Just I'm going to share my screen. Fine. Now, my today's topic is classification of IPv6. Uh, Actually, the total IPv6 address is divided into three parts. First one is unicast address, second one is anycast address, and third one is multicast address. Because there is no concept of broadcast. Uh, in unicast address, actually, unicast address is specified at an interface. At an interface. But in this configuration, we can give a specific IP address to a specific interface, means a specific node. But in these addresses, few are specific IP addresses. For example, try to annotate it also. First one is colors. This. My first point is private IP address in. Like in IP IPv4, we have already studied that in class A, B, and C. In these three classes, there are few IP addresses that can be used as a private. In IPv6 also, there is some IP addresses that can be used in personal purpose in private name. But here, we should take care that address should start from FD or FC. This is the format of IPv6 address. And about this format, I have already discussed with you. So this address can be start with FD or FC. And suppose this one is the network part, and the rest part can be used as a host part. We can make different changes with this IP address. We can form different networks in this private IP address, because in this private IP address, we should take care that the value like FDB7, EB9B, 17B5 should be same. But in this last group, where I have used FD40, you can change the value. Fine. The specification is that the value should be same till third group, but in fourth group, we can make changes to form different network to assign IP address in different network. And as you know, by changing a value in a single group, we can form 65,536 different networks. Okay. Now, and what is the use of private IP address? It is very clear that this address can be utilized in a private network. There is no need of any reservation. Now, second point, unknown address. Unknown address means in IPv6, if all values are 0 and we are representing with /128, I have as I have already written here. In this case, this address is known as unknown address, unspecified address, and fine. Now, in this unicast address, one IP address is this that is used for default route. And in default route, what happened? All data packet can be sent through a single route to different destination route. In IPv6, this address has all zeros, but in slash or in IP prefix length, we should write zero, like colon colon zero. Actually, I have written here the abbreviated form of IPv6. If you will expand it, in that case, 4 zeros, colon 4 zeros, colon 4 zeros. In this way, in 8 groups, you have to represent you have to represent zeros, and then finally slash 128. That's why I have just abbreviated it, and I have written colon colon slash 128. Fine. Slash zero. Now, next one is loopback address. What is loopback address? An IP address that can be used for self-testing. Means a node sends data itself, and gives a reply. This is loopback testing. For loopback testing, in IPv4, we have used 127.0.0.1, but in case of IPv6, colon colon 1 means all values will be 0, but in the last group, the value should be 1. That's why I have written colon colon 1. This is the loopback address. Now, finally, link local IP address. There is a concept of link local IP address. Actually, when you will check at your own machine, if your machine has an IPv6 address, in that case, you will see that at every machine, at your own machine, there is one IP address that is automatically generated, and its start value is FE80. What is that? Actually, at all nodes in a network generates an IP address, and this address always starts with FE80. With this address, nodes cannot transfer data from one node to another node. This is just for identification of nodes in a network. Fine. This is about unicast address in IPv6. Now I'm going to next slide. Anycast address. First of all, what is anycast address? Anycast address is actually used to identify some node or many nodes with a single IP address. A single IP address is assigned at multiple nodes. But whenever we have to transfer any data, then at which node data will be transferred? Actually, it is defined by defined at the time of configuration. Which node will get the data first? And it also depends on the admin that which IP address will be used, which IP address will be used as an anycast address. Fine. Now the last point is multicast. Multicast address is used to transfer data, single data, at multiple nodes. And multicast address is a predefined address that is assigned to different services. These different services, like I have written few examples here, FF05, FF06, FF09. Multicast address always starts with this value, FF0. Like FF05 is used by OSPF protocol. OSPF means Open Shortest Path version 3. Actually, version 3 has been especially defined for the IPv6. In this way, in IPv6, the RIP protocol becomes RIPNG, RIP, and G, and its multicast address is FF0. So this is the classification of IPv6 address. Thank you. Thank you very much.